Some places on Earth are so dangerous that very few people have ever seen them, and even fewer have returned to tell the story. Tonight's mystery doesn't take us into a haunted house or across a frozen mountain. It takes us beneath the surface of a lake, into complete darkness, hundreds of feet below the earth. This is the true story of Dave Shaw and the dive that shocked the cave diving community. In South Africa lies a flooded cave system known as Bushman's Hole. Today, it's more commonly called Bozeman's Gat. From the surface, it doesn't look particularly unusual, just a deep pool of water surrounded by rock. But below, the cave plunges to extraordinary depths: cold water, zero natural light, narrow passages, and crushing pressure. In 1994, a highly experienced diver named Deon Dreyer entered Bushman's Hole. He never resurfaced. Despite search efforts, his body could not be recovered. It remained deep inside the cave, far beyond the reach of most divers. For years, the cave kept its secret. More than a decade later, Australian cave diver Dave Shaw arrived at Bushman's Hole. Dave wasn't an amateur. He was one of the world's most accomplished technical divers. In 2004, during a record-setting dive, Dave made an unexpected discovery. Deep within the cave, his light illuminated something no one expected to find. It was Deon Dreyer, still resting where he had disappeared years earlier. The discovery raised a difficult question. Should the body be left where it was, or should it finally be returned to Deon's family? After careful planning, Dave volunteered to attempt the recovery. It would become one of the most technically demanding recovery dives ever attempted. Recovering a body from extreme depth isn't as simple as attaching a rope. Visibility could disappear in seconds. Every minute spent at depth increased the risk. Even after reaching the body, the ascent would require long decompression stops lasting several hours. There would be almost no room for error. On January 8, 2005, Dave entered the water. Much of what happened next was captured on video. As Dave reached Deon's body, he began attaching lifting equipment. Then, something went wrong. The recovery became more difficult than expected. Time continued slipping away. Eventually, the body began to rise, but Dave did not. Support divers waiting higher in the cave became concerned when he failed to appear according to plan. Search efforts began almost immediately. What they eventually found was heartbreaking. Dave Shaw had died during the recovery attempt. No single cause fully explains every detail, but the environment itself left almost no margin for mistakes. One detail from the incident has stayed with many divers because the dive was being filmed. The footage has since been studied extensively within the technical diving community, not for entertainment, but as a learning tool. Months later, another experienced recovery team returned. This time, they successfully recovered both Dave Shaw and Deon Dreyer. After more than a decade, Deon's family finally received the opportunity to lay him to rest. Dave's mission, though it cost him his life, ultimately achieved the goal he had set out to accomplish. The cave diving community continues to remember Dave Shaw with enormous respect, not because he chased danger, but because he accepted an extraordinarily difficult mission in hopes of bringing closure to another family. His story is taught as both an example of remarkable skill and a reminder that even the most experienced professionals face risks that can never be eliminated. Imagine descending into absolute darkness, no sunlight, knowing that every decision matters, knowing that you chose to make that journey, not for fame, but to bring someone home. Today, Bushman's Hole remains one of the deepest freshwater cave systems in the world. It continues to command immense respect from technical divers around the globe. Its history reminds us that nature doesn't negotiate. So, what do you think about Dave Shaw's decision? Would you have attempted such a dangerous recovery mission? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy real stories that reveal just how extraordinary our world can be, subscribe to Did You Know Daily Minute, because every campfire has another story, and we'll see you at the next one.